Hey friends, it's Tamara Bennett. I am back for our last live of the spring 2022 Painters Clubhouse opening. I'm having a little snack because I just finished up a Facebook Live. Does any of you guys like these? They're Whoppers, robin eggs. They're cute. They're really good. Stealing from my kids' candy stash. So we just finished up painting this lovely design on Facebook Live, and we added a lot of detail to it. It took longer than I thought it would, about an hour and 45 minutes, but it was a lot of fun. It's got a couple 3D elements to it. And so each night we've painted one of these designs. Whoops, that one's kind of crooked. To kind of give you guys an idea of the progression that somebody could go through as a member of the Painters Clubhouse. And so perhaps when they join the Painters Clubhouse, they're not comfortable with cutting out blanks yet, so they may be buying wooden rounds and transferring designs to them like we did here, or they could be using them on canvas or something like that. And they're most likely probably still painting most of their designs very close to just like the template, like example, like the mock-up. And so that's kind of what we did. We stuck to the example as much as possible on that one. And then on night number 2, we painted it like this. We added the little designs in the middle. We added some polka dots to the tag here, and it kind of made it just a little bit more our own. And then, of course, night number 3, we completely changed it up. We added all kinds of different flowers and made it our own. And then night number 4, we went hog wild, trying out all the template, all the techniques that we could possibly try. So it's just a way to show you guys like how somebody coming in the Painters Clubhouse is kind of trying to gain their footing and trying to learn new techniques to becoming really confident and trying all kinds of different stuff. And tonight I wasn't super confident painting that lily right there in the middle, but I'm proud that I did it anyways. Thank you, Regina. She said, I enjoyed all 4 nights of painting and I've rewatched the 3 prior nights. So if you missed one of our nights, feel free to go back and watch those on my YouTube channel or here on Facebook. It's probably easier to find them on my YouTube channel. But I'm joining you guys right now for an extra 30 minutes or so just to answer any lingering questions you guys might have about Painters Clubhouse, because I know there has to be somebody watching right now who is still on the fence. Like you still have not 100% committed to joining Painters Clubhouse because you're scared. Either you're scared you're not going to be able to afford it each month, or you're scared you're not going to be able to do it because perhaps you just don't feel like you're a painter, or you're like, you don't have the confidence in yourself and your skills and your ability. Perhaps it's being afraid you don't have the time to commit to it. Perhaps you're like shy and an introvert and you're just like, this feels like I'm really putting myself out of my comfort zone, joining a group like this. And so if any of those things are you, I would love to hear more about that in the comments. And if you're brave enough to let us know what it is that's holding you back, let us help you with that. Because at the end of the day, I don't need necessarily any more people in the Painters Clubhouse in order to pay my bills. The reason that I do this is because I know the impact that it has had on people's lives throughout the years. And I know it can be a major influence in your life for the positive. And so I want to show up and I want to serve you and I want to help you figure out how it can help you. What do you need? My husband just comes storming in here looking all over the place.
I technically don't need anything. Corey got paint on the table.
Paint on the table?
Yeah, from the paint pen.
Yeah.
And so I just need a baby wipe.
Oh, well, they're down here. Teresa says, I'm excited to join. Yay, Teresa. I'm excited to have you. And then Katie says, that's me. I just can't afford it right now. So I know that we have a lot of ladies in the membership who are on a fixed income. We also have a lot of them who feel guilty about spending the money. I don't know what your situation is, but I know some of them felt guilty about spending the money because as a mother, they're like, I feel like spending money on myself is frivolous or like just not necessary. So I don't know what the money situation is, but I will say there are several women who have turned this into a hobby that is able to generate money for them, or into a full-blown business. It just depends on what you do. Jennifer says, I've already experienced the awesomeness of this group. Thank you for saying that, Jennifer. And so even if you're not ready to launch a full-fledged business, perhaps you could sell a few here and there. I always encourage our ladies to post a picture of their painted creations on their Facebook page, even if they don't have a business page. Post it on your your Facebook profile page. That's what I was trying to say. And just kind of, you don't have to post it on there like a sale post. You could just say, look at this fun new hobby I've taken on or something, and just see what people say. Because odds are somebody's going to say, could I buy one of those? Or are you selling these? And so it kind of gets started naturally that way. And so you might be surprised because if you can sell just one door hanger a month, it's going to make this so much more affordable. It's $47 a month. And so just like, who was it that said this? Marie Mosley the other day, I was interviewing her. She's a mother and she has children. And she said, when I take my family out to a dinner, she said, it easily costs at least $40 for all of us to go out to dinner. She said, so if I give up going out to eat just one time a month, she said it easily pays for itself. Jennifer Shelton said, I tried that and I've already sold one. Which one did you sell? Was it the Happy Flowers workshop? I'm curious. So yeah, it may turn out to be way easier than you thought it would be selling these. Cindy said, 2 years ago, I joined Painters Clubhouse. In the last 5 minutes it was open to join. You're one of those last minute people. She said, I went back and forth all week and my gut said, just do it. And she said, I've never regretted it. She said, I don't get to paint as much as I like, but this group helps me in so many ways. You won't regret it. I promise. Oh, the bunny truck. I bet that one did turn out cute. So yeah, if you have something in you that's pushing you, that's like, come on, you want to do this. I don't want you to have this sick feeling, in a few days when you realize you missed the opportunity and you've got to wait until it opens again. Because, life is short. I think we said that earlier today in the interview I did with a couple of our Painters Clubhouse members. Life is short. You've got to take advantage of these opportunities when they come around. And if you have the opportunity to take a class or learn a new skill or to go skydiving or whatever it is, do the thing. You're not going to look back on it and regret it that you took a chance or that you tried something. And this is not something you're signing up for and you're committed to a year. It's a month-to-month commitment. If you don't want to do it next month, you can turn around and cancel at any time. Pat Harwell says, I was a PC sister and I joined the template club. I couldn't afford both, so I dropped PC and now I should have kept it. I rejoined the first night. I'm glad to hear that, Pat. We're glad to have you back. Good night, baby. My kids will be glad to have me back after tonight. I've been live every night this week and they've been missing me. Martha says, how much does everyone generally charge for one of these? So if you're watching right now and you've sold a door hanger, I want to know, what do you charge for them? I started out probably $25 to $30 is what I sold my first ones for. And then now I sell them for between 40 and 50, depending on how much detail goes into them and all of that. The more you do, the more customers you build up, the more you'll be able to charge for them. But I would say start out at a price that you would be proud to accept for that. Whatever you would be get excited for that. If selling it for $15, which is way too cheap, by the way, way too cheap. If selling it for $15 does not get you excited, obviously that's not the right price. But if you would be tickled to get $30 for it, start there. Just pick a price and start there. Jennifer says $35. Pat says $35 to $50, depending on detail and size. Yeah, because all of that stuff matters. And I'm not a bow person. I love bows on things, but I hate making the bows. So if you're really good at making bows, maybe you're also a wreath maker. If you made a really beautiful bow to go on it, you could definitely charge more. I just hate making bows. What time do you do Painters Clubhouse? So I really shouldn't be eating on a Facebook Live, but I'm hungry at this point. So when I teach a tutorial on Painters Clubhouse, it's usually during the day because I try not to be this unavailable to my family at night. Only during times when we have open enrollment like this, which is only twice a year, am I on Facebook Live at night this much. So I try to be available for my family in the evenings. So all of my lives are generally during the day. Sometimes we'll have guest painters that prefer to teach at night. And so every now and then you'll have those. Our Zoom paint parties are always in the evenings as well. So Pat said, I regretted not rejoining sooner. I think that I'm so glad that you decided to come back. And you're not the only one lately who's told me that. A lot of people have said that they have left for whatever reason, and then they missed it and they had to come back. And so I think that speaks highly of the group. How would you price if you painted it on canvas? Well, I've never sold a canvas before, so I'm not sure if I can answer that one. Love you. Good night.
Love you too.
But I think my answer would kind of be the same. Whatever you would be proud to accept for it. Like, I'm trying to think, like the cute little Easter truck canvas that I did, what would I be proud to get for that? And I think I would probably be proud to accept at least $40 or $50 for it. So I don't know, but I've never sold a canvas painting of mine. Hi, Lupita. Hey, Kelly, you love PC. I appreciate you saying that. So what do you get in Painters Clubhouse? I think we've talked about that all week long, so I won't talk till I'm blue in the face about what you get. But essentially, it boils down to you get 2 new designs every month. And those 2 designs are exclusive to the Painters Clubhouse for an entire year. And I will teach you how to paint one, and we bring in a guest, or we have one of our Painters Clubhouse members as a guest to teach the second one. We also have a Zoom paint party every month so that you can hop on and craft with other members of the Painters Clubhouse. It's a great opportunity for you if you're like one of those people who is always painting at home alone and you just don't have a community to paint with, or like a buddy at home to paint with. It's a great chance for you to hop on there, and you can always ask questions and kind of get to know. It's just great for building a rapport and getting to know the other members of the community. All the designs that we teach, you're able to take those and teach those yourself in your own paint parties, or Kelly says, you get knowledge. We're going to give you knowledge for sure. You can take these, you can sell them, you can sell the designs you make on Etsy or anywhere else. And so we want to make it as affordable as possible. If you're able to sell what you're making, it makes it way more affordable. You also get a discount inside of our shop, shopdoorhangers.com. You get a 20% off discount code to use in the shop at any time. You get a discount code to use on the Deco Art website for paint. Your husband likes you being in Painters Clubhouse because it keeps you calm. I love that. What else can I tell you about it? We have a private Facebook group. You can post your examples of your pictures in there, like what you've painted. Ask for feedback. If you're ever struggling and feeling like you're ready to throw something away, don't throw it away. Take a picture of it and say, y'all, it needs help. Like, I hate this, or like I don't like the way this flower looks, or whatever, and get them to give you feedback. And a lot of times they can give you some suggestions that'll make it to where you don't feel like you're going to throw it away. I'm trying to think what else I can tell you, because I feel like I've talked about it, and I've talked about it all week long this week and all week last week. And so some of you guys are probably watching me for the 20th time this week. And so I don't know what else I can say to you to help you get over your hang up or your fear or your roadblock, whatever that may be, to keep you from joining. But if nothing else has convinced you to join in the last week, then maybe it's just not your time. Maybe you need to wait and join in the fall. And I'm okay with that. And I hope you're okay with that. But if you know you're not going to be okay with that, that's telling you something. You need to go ahead and do it now, so that you can take advantage of this amazing community. Let's see. Does anybody have any more questions? Because if not, we're going to wrap it up. You guys are being quiet. Tammy said, I'm so excited to learn to paint. I wanted all my life and to make friends. She said, I need friends so bad. I'm spoiled to seeing you every night. Well, I'm not going to be live every night in the Painters Clubhouse, but you will definitely fill that void of needing friends through having our friends in the Clubhouse. And if you're not coming to our event in Dallas, Texas this summer, I would highly recommend that if you can possibly get away and come. Because if you're needing friends in your life, there's nothing like this crafting event that's gonna help you build that bond faster with women who are just like you. Coming to events like this is a perfect way for you to solidify relationships that you've made online through groups like this, and it's going to help you feel more in touch with everybody in the group. So it's a great way to make quick friends. You joined tonight. She said, I own an arts and crafts studio and I'm always looking for more techniques. Oh, well, this is perfect for you then. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, that's going to fit right into what you're doing already. Debbie said, I joined a year ago this month and the best thing ever. Thank you, Debbie. When did you start painting for the first time? I started my business in February 2015, but that wasn't the first time I'd painted. I had dabbled in painting for a couple of years before that. So maybe 2013. Is the membership for a year or so if you pay yearly, then you are in for a year. And if you cancel before your year is over, you will continue out to the end of your year, but you won't be rebilled again. But we don't give partial refunds if you cancel early, if that makes sense. Tammy, I always check my text messages right after the lives are over to make sure I catch anybody who might have texted me during the live. So if you texted me a question, I will get to it as soon as this is over. Jennifer says, I've been combing Facebook looking for somebody in a group to help me, and I joined Monday and I absolutely love it. Well, I'm glad you found us. It sounds like you were searching for something and we came right along. And sometimes God's good that way. Sometimes we're looking for something to fill a void in our life or to provide some sort of enrichment in our life. And perhaps Painters Clubhouse can be that. I know for a lot of ladies, it's been really great for, Template Club is tomorrow. Yep. New templates come out tomorrow, our new bundle. So that's exciting. But I know for a lot of people, they join me right after they have like lost a loved one or something like that. And they're going through like a grieving process, and painting helps them process that grief. So if you're feeling that way, or if you're even dealing with like an illness yourself, we have several women in the group who have, fibromyalgia. Several of them have had like a stroke or something like that. Some of them have just had like they broke a bone or something and they're trying to rehab, that kind of stuff. And a lot of times it can provide like a physical therapy type situation for you to help you overcome that. Hey, Donna. Tammy says, I sure wish I could come. I wish you could too. It's July 15th and 16th. Maybe something will change between now and then. You'll be able to join us. But you do get a discount on your ticket to Dallas by joining Painters Clubhouse. There is a discount in there for you. Well, if y'all don't have any more questions, I guess we'll call it a night. I'm running out of energy. If y'all can't tell, I'm starting to like drain and get slower and slower. I'm feeding myself chocolate to make it through. But if you have any more questions, I will be in my community chat. You can text me right here. I'll be happy to answer anything. The sign-up page is linked up above, and there are all kinds of great information on that page. At the very bottom, there is a frequently asked questions section. Sometimes your question may be answered there if you don't see, answered up above. Chastity said, I have fibromyalgia and arthritis at 33. Oh, you're so young. She said, painting has boosted my mood and helped with mobility. That's great to hear. I can't imagine having both of those at 33. So yeah, that must be a struggle. All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful evening. I hope to see you in the Painters Clubhouse. I have so enjoyed spending time with you guys this past week, painting every single night. It's been a pleasure. We'll do it again sometime in the fall. So I look forward to that. But in the meantime, I'll be back live on Tuesday for my regularly scheduled live with you guys. But I'm going to take a few days to kind of rest and relax and take some time off. And I hope that you guys will join the Painters Clubhouse and go dive into the buffet of tutorials and things that you can do in there, because that will definitely fill your void if you start missing Tamara tomorrow. You'll have a wonderful night. Good night, everybody.